Phase one. They fly in, they get out.
This can become, for me, very James Bondy, very just cliche. If it looks like an army man movie, so I think it's got to feel, it's got to have a sort of a gritty feeling to it. I don't know what to say.
The big hero reveal that the audience is waiting for, that all America is waiting for, is this moment camera rises or a gesture to reveal Fox Mulder.
Yeah, what I thought I'd do is have our
Greeting party. Slide the door open. See our people come out, kind of in a profile, and as the last person comes out, follow him a little bit across his body, right? And now he's trailing the group. Cut maybe a long lens through the group, right? And I'm seeing faces, right? And as those faces clear, I see Fox Mulder behind him.
So I thought the way Chris did to hesitate briefly was to reveal.
I think that basically they get off and walk away. He gets out of the chopper, and the camera rises and finds him in close. That's how I revealed him in close up, rather than in long lens.
the whole building we're in now used to be a gun emplacement facility, which was built, I think, during the Second World War as countermeasure against the potential Japanese threat that was perceived at the time after Pearl Harbor. So all along the coast of California were a series of gun emplacements, and this was one of the larger ones, and there are several batteries all in this area now, and the land has been deeded to the LA Unified School District.
Yes, I do. This is great. This will be the holder room.
Holding room here?
Yeah. Now, when this is the holder room and the door opens and closes, we kind of change that. We lose the desk. We just have bars behind. It's cool. We just lose the desk. It becomes something else. This is great.
You look really good in that light.
Thank you very much. I'm going to put some chain link fence right here. A little razor wire. I'm going to be focused on the fence, right? We see the vehicles where they just escaped. We're coming along like this, and as we come to the man gate, there's a man gate right here. We focus on a big padlock on it. It's locked. Right? We keep going. Now we see in the man gate that they've cut a hole right up the middle through the chain link. One slice that they have to squeeze through. We see the stairs, now we start arming out. Right? We're arming out, now we've been dialing it along like so. Now we've got to arm out over the top of the car, so we're still looking this way. Now I'm looking in the passenger window of the Ford SUV, and Monica's, I've got her now in foreground. She's over there. She's sitting here in the driver's seat. She looks around like this so I can see her in her face, right? Then that's our big shot. Then I got to figure out the rest of it because I have no idea what I'm doing.
So does that make it a woman gate or a man gate?
It's a man gate.
Okay.
Woman gate is a whole different deal. We can't afford that. Anybody happy?
Yes, sir. I am.
All right.
Welcome to the last production meeting. Scene one, we're outside of a mountaintop in Shaver Lake, California. A helicopter will come in and drop down and land. Danny Briggs will give us some brilliant military vehicles to flop around.
You've already breached this.
It is a sign.
This is a TV show unlike any other TV show, and I'm going to tear you. Anyway, I'm blessed for everything that I've been given, and all the people that have come to work for me, and I want to thank you very much.
No sleeping!
Tail markers.
And sticks?
When Mulder falls, we want to drop down.
Wrong answer!
Printed! Excellent. Ow! That was great, guys. Nicely done. Well done. See it again.
Wait a sec. Go ahead. Give me some direction. Yeah? Oh.
That's very different, John.
Action!
Get up.
He is so good! He is brilliant! Print it!
Thank you very much.
Oh.
That's it for me. Good night, everybody.
Now we're printing out for another one of the locations these panoramic photographs, which will help us to show the hydroelectric engineers in the power plant what we're up to. So you can see, I've got them all on my laptop here. Here's the photographs I took when I first scouted. So it's this is actually a tunnel we'll be filming in. So I'm printing the panorama out for now. Basically scouted for a month for this, and if you can see, it's straight out of James Bond. You can see this huge tunnel. You could drive a semi. It's 1 mile down inside a mountain. This is solid granite. It's actually monument grade granite, i.e. the sort of sort of granite you can make headstones out of for a cemetery. And they're basically hollowed down into the mountain 1 mile down this huge tunnel. And then at the end of the tunnel, you've got, that's where we're coming out. This is huge James Bond style chamber inside the mountain. You can see the little man there. So we'll be having, stunts and all sorts of things going on there. So
Where is that?
it's up near, it's in the mountains east of Fresno, in the foothills of the Sierras. This is from the top of the place looking down, and that's over 100 feet down, and we're going to have a stunt where a guy falls down on top of that, and there's a lot of logistical concerns tying cables into here so that the stuntman can fall safely without, impaling himself on the top of the turbine there. So, because it's the final episode, obviously they're going for broke in terms of the scale and size of it. So effectively what we're doing is prepping a feature at high speed now. The hydro plant, a lot of safety considerations in the wake of 911. One of the biggest hurdles we're having to overcome is background checks on all the crew, because obviously this is a main power and water supply, and they want to make sure that we don't blow it up while we're there, which is
Choppers, 2 abreast.
Mm-hmm.
They fire 11 missiles.
Okay. Between them.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, this one fired.
Oh, that one fired.
You just
Yeah, I
recount
got
your
it.
numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. This is now the master of what we're going to do.
Okay.
Okay. This one fire. They both fire between them 11 missiles.
Okay.
And the first camera is dead behind the choppers, air to air again, right behind the 2 birds. So I'm looking like this,
Got it.
right? And I'm seeing the missiles go, and I'm seeing the buildings explode. Now
Okay.
let me show you where the buildings explode. This building, and I don't know the sequence yet, but it gets two explosions on this wall,
Okay.
right? 2 explosions on this wall.
Okay.
This one gets 2 explosions on the interior wall and 3 explosions on this wall. Then that's a total of 9,
Got
right?
it. Mhm.
Then the last 2 explosions are at the base of each building, and they go straight up, big
Okay.
dirt, so it looks like the whole building gets blown. Now I cut, and I'm in front of that fireball,
Okay.
and it's filling this whole corridor, and I'm preceding it, and it's racing right at me.
Okay.
Okay? Now I cut back to the one going at CSM.
Okay.
Okay. Then I cut over CSM sitting there like this, nice and wide, right? Maybe his hand's on a chair or something like that. I'm like this. Fireball's racing at him again.
Got it.
Then I'm back in the fireball, and I hit him right in the face. Boom! And he turns into a skeleton. All of his flesh burns off, and he skeletonizes.
Okay.
Kim is arriving.
Stepping through the door. Everyone calm down.
There we go. That's all done. We don't have to shoot it. It's going to be animated.
Hi, Billy.
And Scooby-Doo's gonna come through, right?
Yeah. Kick it in the ass, boys. Here we go.
Hey, Cam Mark. Drop from Mars.
Rock from Mars. That's it.
Drop from Mars.
Yeah! Action!
Assistant director.
What we got going here? There's 3 cameras on Mitch looking to the judges. This one's an over, this one's a single, and this one is a single to David. We'll just follow the action, keeping his look left to camera for the whole opening sequence.
Assistant Director. I move to dismiss these proceedings on the grounds it violates the accused's rights to a fair trial. I'm not a lawyer. You're not a judge. This is not a court of law.
We wanted to make his face look a little bit melted and distorted as well to disguise that Chris Owens is really Spender in the story. So by taping, we're pulling his face. Maybe you can see it in the mirror, but you see how now it looks like one side of his face is going down. We do this under the gelatin pieces. It's going to start putting the neck on it after, so we glue that down. And then he'll also put some pieces over to emphasize the drag. Thanks.
It just feels great.
I've never been more comfortable in my life.
Okay, get it off.
You sure you
Get
want
it
to
off.
wear this home tonight? Okay, look up if you can.
It's nice to have a new skin.
So we're going to dolly you right back in here. Watch this. Right? And your eyes are searching the room, and we're going to take you right to the chairs. We're going to cut over you, and we're going to get the reactions from the panel, looking at his face, and from Callan Bruner, looking at his face. You're going to come to this side. See the stakes to that side. They'd be expecting that. And you sit down. Okay? And action, please. I'm ready. Let's try one on film.
Okay.
Tina's up.
Pictures up.
Hey, Carol.
Pictures up.
Carol.
Can you say your full name?
We don't want to see anything. Yeah.
Right there.
Is that okay? Hold on. Mary?
Oh! That was a nice
I
stroke.
didn't see the ripple of that. I didn't see the ripple of that screen. I would have thought, oh, yeah.
Can I get a tape of that to bring home? I'll just put that on an endless loop.
Just wanted it, that we were trying to do.
Have to find it.
Go ahead.
I really just want to briefly, first of all, thank everybody for being here today. But I guess most importantly, thank so many of you for being here for the last 9 years. Chris Carter didn't just create a show for our time, but for all time. And no higher compliment can be paid a creator in this industry. So with that, I will introduce Chris Carter. Thank you.
Gosh, here we are at 200 episodes. I can't believe this. It's I never imagined this day. Truly, I didn't even imagine it last week. I didn't know this cake cutting was going to happen. How do you get to 200 episodes? I think this tells the story. Or Sandy Grusha twisting your arm. It's not just 200 episodes. It's over 2,000 shooting days, over 2,000 actors, 2,000 panic attacks. It's a lot of hard work, and I like to think the work speaks for itself. It's been such a pleasure to work with so many talented and good friends on the show. I've made so many good friends, including some of the most talented actors I have ever worked with and will ever work with, and I want to introduce them to you today. I don't know if I'm going to call them individually or I'm going to call them as a group. What would you prefer? Let me call them up here as I met them. How's that? I would like to introduce David Duchovny. And you might recognize the person standing to his right, Gillian Anderson. I can't believe I've known these people for 10 years of my life. It's truly been amazing, a big chunk of our lives. I want to introduce Robert Patrick. Annabeth Gish. I've done this a little out of order here. I'm going to introduce Mitch Pileggi. Celebrating his 50th birthday, by the way. And James Pickens. How do you make a hit TV show? I'm standing next to the people who make it happen. I want to turn it over to the actors if they have anything to say.
Well, I took most of the last year off from the show, as you know, and I would miss the actors and the crew, and I would be driving in my car, and I would think, I wonder what they're doing right now, and invariably, no matter what time it was, I would just answer, well, they're working. And it was kind of sad and funny, but that's the truth of the show, and that's the truth of the crew out there and the actors here, so it's a lot of inspiration and a lot of hard work, too. So it's nice to be back working with Noel again.
You guys are everything, and your family and your friends and your everything, and that's basically what I'm trying to say is that I love you.
Nice for you.
Kim Manners, we recently celebrated Kim Manners' 50th directorial. He directed his 50th episode of The X-Files, and he has been a huge part of The X-Files' success and no longer a secret.
All right, here we go. Yeah. All right, here we go. It's gonna be unbelievable. Ah, that was Tina! Get over here! Let's shoot it before it shoots me. Ah! They all want to play. They don't want to be serious. They just want to play because they're children. This is ridiculous. Mama said there'd be days like this. We gotta get out of here! David who? David Duchovny who?
All right, here we go.
You're 14 years old. Drop out of school so I don't have to keep waiting for you. This is called a man maker. See, tilt down. That's for short directors. And then tilt up, I'm talking. Okay? Then I stand on it like this and I'm a man.
Well, cut.
And action. And now.
Excellent.
That was excellent. So now he comes in and he's looking over here, right? And as you get about this far, you want to come over here. No, you want to get in about this deep. No, Adam, right? Now you take your look from here to here, actually behind you, down towards this desk, and up here. And that's the cut. We'll do a version
You see,
of that.
this is how acting is done. You just follow the director as he goes through the motions, and you just do it his way.
No, you don't. You do it because I can't act. That's why you hire actors that can.
You got it.
Right? You got it? He looks down, he types, he looks up, end game comes up. He looks down to type again, we cut. Because we can't let anybody know the truth.
All right, here we go.
One. That's right. Set. And action. 2, 1, go. Okay? I think we lost him, didn't we?
You really got up there that time.
Yeah. Right? And then lead him. Try to keep him there. And lead him to the glass. And then hold on the glass. Let him leave. Just let all the glass and shit go. That's a great cut point. It's either this camera or that one. Probably that one.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
What, that thing you hung up?
Jack, okay? Ready?
Stand! Action!
3, 2, 1, go!
Go get him!
Michael.
Still 6. Now what's going to happen is we're going to throw a stuntman through a real piece of glass, and then when I cut to David Duchovny, he's going to come running in, and we're going to throw buckets of this rubber glass all over him, and that's how he doesn't get hurt.
And I get to clean up the buckets of glass.
That's right. But the whole crew takes turns tearing this up, and we tear it up for days.
Mexican jumping
I think that's enough.
That's enough, absolutely. Sure you want to throw this? Big. Marker.
Pump it up! Yeah, action! Print it! You actually have glass face.
Glass
Let me see that, please. believe our next visual effects are where? No roar. He looks down toward his hands, and he raises his hands up into frame. Guys, you with me? Mm-hmm. And as the camera's down here, all right? He looks down at his hands. We don't know what he's doing yet. He raises his hands up like this, and they start to turn to metal, both of them. Right. Then I'll go dirty over Annabeth, or Robert, one of them, to see his head turn to metal, and I want to put a pick on him, a hand pick, on a stunt vest, and I just want the guys to jerk him like that toward Annabeth and Robert. Cut. And we'll let him fall into a fall pad. Then the next shot I've got is the green screen plate.
That's on location.
That's all on location. Then we got the green screen plate. We'll shoot a plate of Doggett and Monica, kind of getting out of the way as he's headed toward the deal. And then I've got just that green screen that I got to shoot.
Wait, there's something missing though. You said he got jerked to the ground, right?
Pardon me?
He gets jerked to the ground.
No, I thought we were going to do this. He's jerked right just over the ground. He's not sliding along the ground, is he?
Right, no, he's in the air.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So
he's like 3 feet off the
Yeah,
ground.
you're just saying that the end of the stunt is he falls into a pad.
That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha. So he falls out of frame, but then he's going to fly into the wall.
Right. Now, what I've got figured is, let's say that these two are Monica and Doggett, and the mountains behind them. I want to get an angle about here with the camera on the floor so I can see that he's airborne, right? And he's flying at them from about here, and he's going right at them, and they get out of his way, just step to one side, and we impact him right there.
So the idea of Noel going into the wall is sold in 2 shots. That wide shot that Robert and Annabeth jump out of the way, and you see the body start to go in there,
Right.
or hit the wall there, and then there's the raking shot where you see it actually kind of get sucked into
That's
the
correct.
base of the wall with the explosion interacting.
That's right.
Those are the 2 cuts that sell that.
That's correct.
We're on our way to Fresno, then to Shaver Lake, which is our location. Hour and a half out of Fresno in the High Sierras. We're going to an Edison plant that's inside a mountain, 1.4 miles in and down. We have approximately 200 crew members going on this, all for the teaser for show 19, 2-hour finale.
The real stunt's going to take place up high. What happens is Roar chases down Mulder and a fight ensues at the top of the crane. He tries to force Mulder over the railing, which doesn't succeed, but Mulder throws Roar over the railing. It's a high fall, 75 feet down to this electrical grid down below. We'll have the stuntman on a decelerator rig. He'll do the fall 75 feet, which is going to cut to this dummy, which will release into the grid, and then that will happen.
You just grabbed him and let him roll over. He was pushing you. He rolled over you, and you grabbed a hold of this.
From the man, action! And now! Got it!
No shot.
Movie magic.
It's another day on the X-Files.
Did you know they turned the switch?
This is the 1 mile tunnel which we've been driving up and down to get here, and these are the other tunnels that we're using to film various scenes. This is where Mulder breaks in through the door to make his way into the main chamber. And of course we had that whole scene with a helicopter here yesterday.
This man actually outran 2 horses on an episode called Tunguska. I had to slow him down so the horses could catch him. Of course, he was a lot younger then.
They were seahorses.
Yeah, seahorses, that was it. David is hauling butts. That's it. That's it.
Give it up, Mulder! Give it up! I'm a super soldier. You can't get away!
A hell of a 4 days packed into 2 days.
Thank you, Edison. Thank you very much. You guys are terrific. Thank you.
How you doing?
So you're here, like, right, and you go here, give Jack a little chance to rack back to left with every action and come back.
Come back.
And you're pensive.
That's it.
That almost worked perfect.
Mulder sidestepped security at a facility known as Mount Weather, a place where they say our so-called shadow government is installed.
Hey guys and ladies, this is Mitchell's last day
Check the gate.
on the X-Files.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually, when I was doing interviews the other day, I actually referred to him as President George Wuss. So, thank you guys. You know, I love you all. I'm just, it's been a great. We had a great run up in Vancouver, and then we came down here, and I thought that we'd never be able to match a crew that we had up there, and you guys sure did. And I adore you all. So, thank you very much.
I'll see you down there. See you down there.
Location. We have that ability to look for it Monday.
I'm organizing the season 9 season finale crew photo for the X-Files. The third one I've coordinated, and they're fun. That sounded stupid. Don't put that in there.
It's all joint hands. Obviously, I couldn't do this alone. There's a lot of people here. I just want to say thank you. There's some people that aren't here that should be in this photograph. The hardworking construction crew. People who couldn't be here either, but this is my chance, my big chance. I get to say thank you to everyone, and I've been blubbering every time I've been saying thank you at production meetings, casting sessions. Anyway, this has been a long, great journey, and I'm glad you guys were a part of the big second half of it. Thanks.
Okay, so we want to be here, David. And go ahead, Ashton, go ahead. Well, how about if you do this? If you lay next to her and you just slide over, so that you're going to hold her in your arms like this, so that you're facing each other, and you could say,
Oh, facing. Oh, so not slide over, slide turn around.
So yeah, it's just kind of butt over.
We're not spooning?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, so that he can hold you in your arms, in his arms.
So I'm supposed to get on this side?
Yeah, so you be down here like so, and you get up like
He's
this.
gonna do it anyway.
Right, we'll do it anyhow, you know, and you do this. Right. Maybe there's hope. Now we're talking.
Take off.
Okay. Action.
I'm playing the bad guy's keeper. I'm his keeper.
What do you mean the bad guy? You don't understand this show, do you?
Need the powder, Matthew?
Well, when I auditioned,
We're the good guys. What we're trying to do is delay Scully so that she's landing here, because he thinks you're a ghost when he first sees you. So, if you could first of all almost whisper the first two lines to make them more intimate. What's the matter? Came to see the wise man, so I've seen a ghost. Right? As Scully is still in the hallway, and if we can pick that up somehow, so that I know it's this, but all you have to do is take it to your throat and then take it away. I can fix it editorially. Okay.
You come to see the wise man, but you look as if you've seen a ghost.
You're not a wise man. You're a dead man.
That's all we need. 65 handheld. Okay? Maybe we'll put it on $1 or something so we can get around. You okay with that? Okay.
perfect.
Action! And now! 5, 6, 7, now! Say goodbye to Jono and Grover. And Rob. And Jim Rowe. Yeah, baby. And Bill Davis. Hey, Bill. It's been a great 7.5 years, pal.
Yeah, really.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Okay. Loved working with you.
Me too, and I look forward to it in the future.
Yeah.
You're a great gentleman. Thank you very, very much.
Buddy.
I love you.
I love you, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Great for you.
Yeah. We'll do it again, too. We'll do it again.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. You're the best.
You too.
Thanks. See you soon.
The closest to Christmas. 6X. Oh, 12.
Okay, this is a real slow shutter speed.
Tommy,
Real slow.
you put your
Ready?
sleeve shut.
1, 2,
3 cameras.
1.
Turnabout is fair play here.
Yeah.
Lisa?
It's been great. It has really been great. Oh. Hey.
It's been a pleasure. We're going to party tonight.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you very much. I feel sad. And yet I feel satisfied that I worked on a great, great television show. I will never forget this. And I'm very proud that I was part of X-Files.
I'm Phil DeGore. I'm the art director. This set you're seeing behind you was built in 18 days out here in the Anza-Borrego Desert. We started building, I took a series of shots from this point of view every day to show the progress, which began with a series of grips erecting steel deck platforms, which got us up to about the 20-foot level and created the various levels of the set. Then the next stage is to skin those platforms with walls, just as we would build set walls on a stage. And then those walls were covered with fiberglass skins representing adobe. So it's quite an involved process. We have grips, construction carpenters, painters, sculptors, plasterers, and it took about a crew of about 50 people, including the design team all the way from the start of construction up, and took us about 18 days, non-stop.
He can't remark.
Fight against it.
Okay.
Good luck, Adam.
And action! And now! Now, look down to your hands and then bring them up, right? That, give me a couple of beats there, right? Bang, bang, bang. Right? I'll then say now, and I'll say now. You're gonna look to the agents, right? And then I'll say and now, and just do that. That's it.
Okay.
Just I'll scare you. Everybody say goodbye to Adam Baldwin.
Thank you for letting me be a part of this wonderful X-Files family. God bless you. Good luck the rest of the way. Stop it! Good job. Thanks. Bye. Thanks.
This game is called Jimmy's Happy Ball 2002. These are all the contestants that are involved. It's about an orange ping pong ball that goes to each person randomly, selected who they are. And then at the end of the game, whoever, at the end of wrap on Friday, whoever ends up with it gets a big pot. This is the list that has to go around to each person. If you lose the ball, you pay a fine. If you damage the ball, you pay a fine. It is an insane game, and we're playing it in Borrego Springs for the final episode of the X-Files, and there's a lot of money at stake. 30 bucks a person at 50 bucks in, about $1,500 right now, and it's going to keep the morale of all the crew up, and it's just going to be a whole lot of fun. So we're going to get ready to start the game, and we're going to start off with Kim Manners. Let's go.
Synchronize.
325.
Happy Ball starts off with Kim Manners receiving the ball.
And I have to hand it to Tina Amaduri, who I can never find. You know, you really... Now, wait a minute. How long do I hold it?
Half hour.
Half hour.
Setting the bezels at 325.
325. This is bad. I don't know where Tina Amaduri is. I never know where she is.
They could run forever, though.
Get over here!
Penalty.
Why?
You avoided the ball.
No!
First fine.
Day 2, Happy Ball's going at 15-minute intervals that we pass off. It's going good. No fines yet, but there will be several before the day is out.
Aerial coordinator on the show and fly the helicopters and kind of coordinate airplanes and helicopters for the show. Been on the show for I guess the last 3.5 seasons, and they're great guys. They're always concerned with safety. They let us go out and have our fun, but we're always concerned with the crew's safety. So you'll see us doing a lot of safety briefings, a lot of walkthroughs before we do the sequence we're going to do on the 19 and 20 here. Down at the end of the ruins, we're going to come pitching around or come down. That's what we're going to discuss today. But we'll come in real hot, start launching missiles, pitch straight up, hammerhead out, come back, do another run, and then come in and we'll hover down into shots. So Kim will pick us up through the windows, a cigarette smoking man, and we'll, this ship's gonna be Black Ops 1. It'll launch the missile that actually goes right through and kills cigarette smoking man.
No, just stay back. Just stay back, Robert.
Okay, you ready?
Let's go.
Here we go. Action!
Get out of here! In the car! No! Go! Go!
Day 4, happy ball, chaos. 10-minute intervals, 5 already, 5 tomorrow.
Tina! Where is she? I don't have 2 minutes.
It's not working.
You don't have 2 minutes, you got like 3 seconds.
Tina! What the hell is Tina? This is happy ball fraud. Jimmy, are you witnessing this?
Is it pass avoidance here?
This is a fine.
Is it pass avoidance?
This is a fine.
Tina! Pay up!
This is a fine.
She's in the truck. She's in the truck. She's in the back door. She's in the back of the trunk. When you pass the ball. Oh!
Damn, it's the ball!
Oh.
Oh. It was worth the $5 watching you.
Didn't pay it. Didn't pay the $5.
It's not working!
You gotta pump it. You gotta pump it.
Pump what? Oh, right. Suck.
This is the yearbook that Jillian made for our wrap gifts. At the beginning of the season, she bought some disposable cameras and gave them out to the different departments. And everyone just took pictures, and they chose the pictures and put them in the book. It's great.
It's our last day in heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, from now on we'll have to go back to work for a living.
We're here for the last day. Last scene with
Last
actors.
actors. Yeah, last scene. But we're dead.
Dead actors.
Burning a hand.
Happy ball party.
Bye-bye, Jill.
Okay, this is me leaving. This is me leaving. I haven't shed a tear yet. I'm amazed. Gladwin's gonna be handing me Kleenexes for the entire 4-hour ride home. Wait a minute. Okay, this is me going. Bye. Thank you.
Kelly, are these essentially like dummy rockets, or they're not even?
They're just puffs of smoke. They're loaded in these pods. It's black powder loads. So smoke and flame will shoot out of the pod, and CGI they'll put in the missile. And what I'm doing is setting timing firing devices.
How was it for you? Good. Let me see it back, please. I want to set all of these, the crash box cameras. I want to set this doghouse. I want to then go up to the top and put the birds in the air and set the 2 cameras up there. But I need to speak to Steve Stafford first on the ground. All right, can we set those 5 ground cameras here and then move up and set those?
It happens sometimes we want to put a camera really close to an explosion where a lot of stuff's going to fall. This protects the camera. It gives us the shot. It just protects the camera from when all that stuff's coming right at the lens. And that's it. We call them sausage cams because it's just a big old tube. You stuff the camera in there, line it up, and off you go.
First one is this corner, seen from that building. And then we reset and we do over the helicopters and we take out the rest of this one. And this one here. Nice.
Hold your hats on. when we rehearse this with the camera ships, and once we get everything lined up, I want you to be on the air-to-ground radio so that as soon as I'm going to say camera action, and then I'm going to say action. And it's Steve Liss. I want to hear your voice calling out boom, boom. And then I'm going to say fire, and then you give me boom, 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 so I know if I've got my shot.
Action!
Quiet. Thank you for 4 fantastic years. You have made my life, and I love you all, and I'll miss you all.
I want to say something too. I got one thing to say. Woohoo!
I'm confused by what some of the shots actually are. I know they're temped in, but I don't really understand.
It should happen faster, I think. It should, if it slows down, then it should go speed up and it's done.
What we're doing with our ADR, which means automated dialogue replacement.
Good, let's move on.
We are putting into the mouths of actors certain breaths and reactions, which either they didn't do or it was too low that the microphones weren't able to pick up. And in the mixing process, when we pull it all together, those little breaths and reactions are very important. They kind of sell the moment.
What do you want me to do? I was told this was being handled. The truth is out there now. Truth is out there now.
Don't scream on me.
Bring it up by 10%. Yeah, I'm going to bring it up on the matrix mimic board and see what the numbers are and correlate, because we're only about 75% at this point.
Decrease your mechanical damping by 20%.
Yes, sir, right away.
I have an anomaly on my readings, 5.2.
That's through on sector 15. I'm going to bring it down from the main.
They'll put you out on the street.
What's left for us on the X-Files?
We came to this job to give it our best. It's the way we're going to leave.
It's not about how good you are. They control the game. They own it.
And let's shut up their ass.
First line coming up?
Yeah, you know what?
Right
just going
here.
Right there. Mr. Skinner.
Mr. Skinner.
We need Kirsch for that.
Hey, just Just going back to the, you guys are probably going to replace this anyway, but that when Mulder's first sort of shoved in the door, it sounds like he's wearing bedroom slippers or something. So I mean, just something a little bit more scuffly and.
You have seen his shoes though, right?
They're like Vans.
They're like, yeah, they are Vans.
It just sounds kind of ineffectual
Wimpy?
to me. Yeah.
I think he's wearing the one with little teddy bears at the front.
I thought they were tassels.
What I've already done here is I've already cut all the background ambiences, and I'm going on now to the more precise things. And since this reel is actually pretty large, Susan and I are all splitting it up. So we're splitting some of the important things. She's going to take care of the helicopters, and I've taken care of already some of the vehicles. And for instance, here.
Basically right now what I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm separating the different characters so that I have Mulder.
You're not a wise man. You're a dead man.
Scully.
I hoped and prayed you were dead.
Wait. Ask Mulder. He knows the futility of hopes and prayers.
The three of them separate on different tracks. And we go through and I'm going to take all these holes and fill through. That way it's one steady, smooth ambient structure.
So what we're doing now is we're going to rehearse a reel. It's the first time these guys have seen it. So the dialogue mixer, Dave, will be hearing the dialogue and the loops, the ADR, for the first time. He has a cue sheet telling where everything comes. He'll be listening to the balances. And Harry will be listening to the music and the Foley effects for the first time. And Brian will be hearing all the sound effects. He's got them all laid out in a row. There's sometimes up to 20 tracks, and he has a whole complex cue sheet that shows him where everything falls. All this time, the board, which is automated, is technically writing their instructions. So after they finish their rehearsal, they have a basic mix already memorized by the board. At that point, they go back to the top of the reel, and they massage and fine-tune and get all their balances correctly. And it's a complex process, very interesting.
Okay, everybody's here.
Okay,
Here we go.
So we're going to do teaser 1, 2, and 3, non-stop. And then we will appreciate any comments you might have. So here we go.
We don't have a lot of notes.
Paula, you can take the lead.
Okay. At 20 seconds in, check for seeing that when the door closes.
Think?
Yeah.
Think on door, okay.
It looks like it closes and then the noise isn't in sync with it.
Happened with that thing.
Okay, at 27 seconds, we don't hear the door on the chopper closing, and there was a note to lower the chopper as soon as it lands.
My note is that the chopper is so big through the scene once it lands that it's eating up all the music.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Okay, we still want to keep it alive, though.
Yeah, keep
So
it alive.
so basically, we'll just lower it.
Color correction is the final look of the show, which involves a concept from photography, which is part of the whole X-Files personality. With the certain dynamics of my color correction, I can change fundamentals and specific color and light levels and flesh tones and aliens and spacecrafts and all those things that are intrinsic to X-Files to kind of solidify the look.
We're talking about the X-Files music here, and I'm working on the last show, which is the final double episode, And this is the teaser or the beginning of the final show. And this section in the teaser is a very exciting, action-packed moment. And in the music, it's made up of many separate sound elements. And I'm going to be working with just a military snare drum now. Mostly the piece is finished, but it just needs this part. So here we go. But that's basically what I've been doing for 9 years, having a great time doing it as well.
Well, let's see, it's 20-1 right now. I just walked in with the final soundtrack laid back onto our master. So it sounds great. All the fixes are in. The fix was in. Chris and Frank gave me all their final notes, and we finished around 10:30, 11:15. Then we laid back the track onto these masters I brought over. We're now doing some little fixes, getting rid of some dirt and some blemishes. And I should be getting a phone call shortly from the cutting room. The editors are still there. Frank Spotnitz is still looking at final opticals from Matt Beck. And once we get those signed off, we'll get our tape on those. We'll start cutting those in. Then we'll send them over. We'll color correct them. And we'll drop them back in. We'll go back, check all of our titles, make a final sweep through the show, and then we'll start making our release prints.
I'll let this set up for my edit.
It is 4:15. We have checked all the credits. We've dropped in all the opticals. We've checked for any dirt and hairs. We've made the corrections. We've dropped in the correct main title. We've dropped in the text list. We are now ready to make our dub. So this represents the moment of truth. We've completed all the busy work, and now we're going to send this thing off to the network. So we'll be here for another couple hours running this dub. And then when we finish that, Jason here will go in and he and Marty will drop in what they call the icons, which is a little TV V-chip information. And they put in a couple little things that appear only on the network air dubs. And then when they finish that, they then will spend another couple hours. Actually, because it's 2 hours, they'll probably spend another 3 hours or so putting out what's called the 16:9 version. And somewhere around noon, maybe they'll be finished. That's the way it is. But that's what it is. It's worth it. This is a history-making episode. It's the last one. And we're glad to do it, because there'll never be anything like this again.
That's all, folks.
show was basically this gigantic explosion, or the aftermath of an explosion. So it wasn't with the actors. It was a big kaboom shot. It was a movie shot. So it was very exciting. We were all standing on a cliff in the middle of the desert. The wind was howling. We were being blown away. And in perfect X-Files fashion, we started in the wilderness and we ended in the wilderness. So.
You know, after 9 years, 4 years here in LA, it was a very emotional moment. It was, you know, it's been a great journey.